And I just want to say welcome this evening. It is you guys, we are halfway through December. How did that happen? We are full into the holiday swing, yet we have people jumping on who want to hear about ReNew and how it's helping people. And so if you're just jumping on, my name is Dr. Kristal Vance. I live in Florida and 20 plus years in private practice. And I was able a few years ago to step away and start what used to be unconventional, working from home, sharing online, working with people and coaching and guiding with nutritional and health and wellness. And now, who would have thought 7 years later, this is the way that most people are trying to get their practices. Most people are trying to find a way to take their job where they can work from their homes. And so tonight I'm going to host this, but I have some co-hosts with me this evening. And so I've got two of them, but what I'm going to do is I want to pull up a slide deck. It'll make it a little easier for you to see what it is that we're talking about. And what we are talking about, if you're just jumping on, I see the waiting room filling up, and we're also recording this evening. So as we go through the holidays, we cannot guarantee that every Tuesday we are going to be here, but we do want to put one of these videos in your hands so that you have it to pass out to someone if they're needing some help with information on ReNew, this little tube. And as you can see on your screen, it says the power of ReNew. Now, even Santa's trying to get his hands on this stuff. Okay. Why would even Santa be wanting this? Well, not to be too cheesy with that one. It just seems right? It's Christmas time, but the man is busy, just like you and me. And this is something that, look at that box, what it says, helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. If you could go back 10 years to the energy that you had, how you felt 10 years ago, would you? I am telling you what, I have literally found this little tube at night before I go to bed, 2 ounces of water, swirl it around, shoot it, drink it, get it in me, go to sleep. And my days have changed. I've got some people who take it after a workout, who drink it after a workout. We have some people who drink it first thing in the morning. The majority are drinking at night before bed. And there's a reason why. There's an ingredient called GABA in here, which is known to help calm your system down and help you get a really deep sleep. But you can utilize this any time of the day. All right. So we're going to go through exactly what it does. And as I said, I've got some co-hosts on here this evening with me. Now, Mr. Chris Doyle is doing an in-person one of these right now. And so I, this evening, have Dave Vance, and I'll introduce him here in just a second, as well as Kristen White, an expert in the field of fitness. And so here we go. What I want you to know, one of the things that drew me here is that these products are researched and developed and backed by science. The little things matter when it comes to ingredients and nutritional supplements. And for the last 20 years, I've never seen a product, this one I'm specifically speaking about, help more people across as many demographics as it does. And the reason is because of the science. This isn't, it has, noni fruit in it. It has blueberries. It has, it does have all these things in it, but there's more to it than that. What this little powder does is it inhibits DPP4 and arginase in this little supplement right here. And what it does is it has the potential to improve your quality of life in the aging process. You guys, here's third-party studies. One thing that I love about having a massive R&D department is that we get real science. Not just a guy in a white coat throwing things in a little tube saying, hey, drink this. Like really, truly finding the best and then researching what it does. And that's what we have it. Now, why? You see this HGH thing. Why would you want or need HGH? And what is HGH? HGH is not something new. Okay. Human growth hormone is what that stands for. And so that DPP4 and that arginase, those two things inhibit your body's production of human growth hormone. We want to stop that. We want your body to continue to produce HGH. Here's what I don't want to do, which is what has been happening, especially inside of the athlete world, inside of the powerlifting, professional, amateur, whatever, whoever's doing it, they want power, they want strength, they want renewed, they want good sleeping and recovery. All of those things, better balance, all those things that you heard people saying they're getting, they were getting that by taking HGH, which we have found it's different when you make your body react to something versus have your body respond. We want your body to produce its own HGH, and we have the studies that say that's what this does. So HGH is created in your brain by this little pituitary gland. Now, I'm going to pop up this list of benefits, and I'm just going to ask you, if you could increase one of these things, would it be worth you trying this out for 28 days to beginning a 28-day challenge? Would it be worth that to you to have your brain function? Now, if you could get all of them, well, that's a no-brainer, right? But if you could get one of these things, would you like better body fat ratios? A little leaner, a little meaner? Roll back to those young days? If you could sleep better? What if you could get more than one of those things? See, because HGH is not a respecter of persons, it just has your body doing better. So I want to bring my first co-host on, Dave Vance. Now, Dave Vance is my dad. Why in the world would this woman have her father on here with her? Right? Why would she do that? That might seem odd to you. Well, I want you to know that who else would I want to impact their quality of life? My family. I want my family to experience what I'm experiencing. So, Dad, who's been telling me my whole life he's going to live till he was 125. And when I saw him aging at 50, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. That's a whole lot longer, Dad. And now he's spoken into existence. The man is going to live to be 125. So, Dad, will you tell us your experience with ReNew and how much it's helped you, and just share your heart with these people?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just a phenomenal thank you. I can't, express the gratefulness of the product and what it's really provided for me. It's, it didn't cure anything. It didn't do anything for me other than cause my body to react in a way that my body wanted. And so therefore it's healing cells. It's doing things in my body that maybe I just over time had forgotten how to help. But it's amazing to me. I see that skin and hair and I clip my fingernails 2 and 3 times a week now because they grow so cotton picking fast.
Right.
And hair, I get a haircut now every 4 weeks because I used to do it every 6. So things change. And what's amazing is until somebody triggers something and starts talking about it, you kind of just go along with the flow because for me, it's been a game changer. It soon to be 72. I just feel like I'm in my 40s and I'm actually doing things that I probably could or should have done in my 40s that now I'm recreating and redoing. So it's an amazing product, and the combats or fights that natural aging process. Man, it's kicking butt as far as I'm concerned. And I get excited about that because again, my whole plan of life is to get to be 125, not just in claiming that. I literally have plans every 10 years to change direction and what I'm going to do every 10-year cycles. And so I know how I want to get there. So every day I get up with a purpose to get there. So it's having a product like this to support that's amazing. And I get excited about that.
So you talked about hair, skin, nails. Here's one thing that those are outside things that you're seeing. And I know Kristen likes to share about this as well. But our family history has a lot of heart history. And if it's doing that on the outside, what's it doing on the inside? Right.
Exactly.
I love knowing that we're doing all that we can do for our family and for our genes, because sometimes maybe your genes aren't working for you. Right. And we're not talking about Levi's. Right. We are not talking about Levi's. We're talking about those genes that you were born with. And I know my dad, right? My grandmother, all of the heart issues that we had, that's not something, right? You can work out, you can eat right, you can do all the things, and you can hope, wish, want, right? Need. You guys, we have something that makes a difference. We know that, scientifically proven to help these things. So, I know that you're probably looking at this list, people, and you're seeing sexual function and libido. Well, this is my dad. We're not talking about this right now. You just put that arm down there. Don't make me go there. But following this call, we're just here for a few more minutes. But following this call, at the end, I'll show a slide and we'll put it in the chat room, the link. The men are going to go talk about the sexual function and libido changes that they're getting with seriously 1 and 2 nights of drinking this and seeing changes. Okay. The women, we're going to stay right here on this, right? You don't have to change. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. In fact, you can send a message out to a girlfriend and invite them to come in. But 9:00 Eastern time on the dot, we are going to just be the ladies only here. The guys are going to leave their room. They're going to go do their locker room talk, and us girls are going to gather around the fire. Okay. There's a reason for that. Sometimes you don't want to talk about that stuff in mixed parties, but here's the thing. That's a $1 trillion industry. An industry that, okay, I'm a businesswoman, so I get geeked out on the income potential that can come from that. But let's set that off to the side because we talk about that on Thursday nights. And if you want more information, then make sure you join us on Thursday night and hear about that piece. I think about, for it to be a $1 trillion industry, how many people are purchasing it? How many people need it? How many people are actually willing to say something to their doctor? Think of all the people who won't say something. And $1 trillion worth are, you guys, we have a lot of people who aren't getting help when they could simply by drinking one of these at night before bed. It's crazy. So I appreciate you, Dad, for leading this men's this evening. And so I know the guys look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks for sharing. All right. So I'm going to jump here to this page, which always brings me to my other co-host. And I saw her. Let me see. There she is. All right, Miss Kristen. Kristen White, our resident fitness expert. She owns a gym in Jackson, Tennessee, right?
Yes.
Yes, she says yes. You guys, it's not just any gym. Kristen, how many years have you been in the industry?
Since 2004.
2004. You guys, that's I hate to break it. That's
Don't do the
almost
math.
20 years.
Tell me you want to hear it.
Right? Time flies when you're having fun. But I mean, isn't it like Kristen works with elite athletes? So lots of people own gyms, lots of gym owners out there. And one of the, pinnacles of owning a gym is that you're attracting the clientele that are the best of the best. There now, on the other side of that, the best of the best can be a little bit needy because they need specific things, because if they don't get what they need, it means they can't compete, right? Like it's their paycheck, it's their livelihood if it gets messed up. And I love that you chose here and that you offer this to your clientele because you know it's safe.
Yeah, that's true. I do ship some of our products out to some people who play in the NFL. We have people who compete in the Olympics and they know they can use our products because they're not going to get red flagged for any drug screens or any illegal substances. That's a bonus because that means I can sell to elite. That's a good marketing tool, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But in 2013, I was introduced to the products and I was just attracted to them because I just knew how clean they were. And I think that word kind of gets thrown around now a little too much. But if you really say it sincerely, you know what it means. And I was the person in 2013 that would sit in the aisles of vitamin stores and read the back of the labels. And I would read it and then have to put it back because I would think it was great. And then I'd get to something and I'd be like, man, it was so good until I got to this. And then I'd have to put it back because it was just a no compromise on an ingredient for me. Like, I just won't take this because this is in here. Everything else could be great, but man, why did they have to put magnesium stearate in there? Why did they have to put this in there? It was so good until I got to there. So I was one of those that just kind of got snobbish about it. And then I got these products and it was really just that we don't even talk about the ones I started on, but it was just a basic vitamin and mineral. It was a foundational nutritional product for me that I still take to this day. I've never gotten off of it just because I think you should take a vitamin and mineral.
Right.
And anyways, it was pretty much perfect. I thought it was a perfect product. I still think it's a perfect product. It had no fillers, no binders. It had no flow agents. Everything was just perfect. It was from food. And so it came with all these seals on it. I didn't have to do any homework on it. And then they kept putting out more products and they kept continuing to carry the seals, which is what ReNew has on it. So they do the homework for me, which guarantees I take the best. My family takes the best. My kid, she drinks MOA. She's not a huge fan of it, but like she'll take it down when she doesn't feel good. She'll really take it down. She'll take the probiotics, so it's one of those things, like you said, you want your family to take the best, and I don't have to do the homework anymore. I get to say, everything in here is good for you. There is no compromise. It's not, what the difference is you could have a good product, but it could still have a little bad in it. So that makes it not a great product.
Right.
And all of these are great because there is no compromise. There is nothing bad in them. And so that's what separates it for me.
Right. Good, better, best.
Yeah.
I started to live my life when it comes to health with those. Like there's gonna be times when you choose good food and maybe not the better, right? There's better options, and then there's the best options. It's sort of like broccoli from the freezer section, broccoli from the produce section, broccoli from the organic section. You guys, anytime you are shopping the shelves here, including this item right here, I think it's important for you to know that we have more than this. This is just mind-blowing. This just helps so many people across so many demographics. And this is the organic broccoli. This is the best of the best. Okay. So with that being said, people, you may be like, oh, I know of another HGH product. Apples to apples. Let's compare apples to apples. Best. We're looking for the best. So, Kristen is in her 40s. I guess, no, you're in your 30s. She's like Kristal. I just got kicked out of the friend group, didn't I? I just got bounced. She's like, I'm not there yet. Well, I was going to say you look fabulous for 40. Right.
I'm going to say, maybe I need to drink more.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me get my foot out of my mouth. Your performance, like you're doing road races and you're beating the 20-year-olds. So 40, you're not even there yet and you're kicking people's butts. And I love it.
Close. I am very close. I'm only 2 years away. So I'm just holding on. I'm holding on.
Hold on, baby. Hold on tight. Well, here's the thing. We talked about, I talked about earlier about go back 10 years. You guys, I want you to find your age here on this chart. And our HGH declines as we age. Age 20-ish, they say, is our highest levels our body is going to create, and then it starts to decline. I actually have a problem with this chart because I know that blue light is very, it's a big part of the aging process. And we know that. We're starting to see the science. We're starting to see the research. And we actually say when you drink this, phone down, laptop, iPad down, no blue light after you drink this, because it actually counteracts, and all of a sudden you're going to have all this energy. Okay. So if you're one of those going, I took it before bed and then I couldn't go to sleep, check and see if you went to the blue light before you went to sleep. So I think our 20-year-olds, our 30-year-olds, our 40-year-olds, I think those lines are much less. I think they have much less HGH because they've had so much blue light technology over the years. What do you think?
I completely agree. I think they have much more blue light. Plus, I think their phones just make them lazier, which keeps them on their phones too. So then they're just going to stay sucked on their devices, which is going to just keep aging them. It's kind of mind-boggling. I would love to see more studies done on it. If it's not aging, if they're not, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but if they are high in their 20s, I do feel like they're going to decline much at a faster rate than we have.
Yeah.
It may still peak there, but I feel like their drop will be sooner.
Right. Now, here's the other thing that I want you guys to think about. We all know someone who was balding in their late 20s and 30s. Or we have a friend who started to go gray in their 20s and 30s. That is one of the telltale signs of decreased HGH. In fact, you may have seen some of the people's chats were saying, my hair's gotten darker. Literally, people's gray hair are turning and changing and getting darker. And I know, Kristen, you have a hair story as well.
Yeah, my natural hair color as a child was blonde. I was one of the cotton heads, or, it was white as a child. Up until about age 19, when it kind of started just getting that darker blonde. And then of course in the 20s and 30s, It is brown now, I have to say. I have not had any gray hair pop in. I make my mother look every time she highlights my hair. But I had a couple of ladies, this was about 3 weeks ago, asked me, have you highlighted your hair? And I literally have not had my roots done since August. And I was like, no, I haven't. And they're like, oh, it looks, like it looks like I had. And I said, I have blonde hairs growing back. And they're like, what? And I I just didn't say anything. And I did in my head. They said, oh, you do? How? And I was like, and I just went into the spills. Like, it's this new product I've been on for now about 14 months. My hairs are becoming blonde again in the top of my head.
Right.
No lie. I don't even want to highlight it anymore because I really would like to market this, but it's really exciting.
What would you say is your favorite thing about ReNew?
And most people would say, or would think I would say, it's the performance thing because I am the gym person, but mine is definitely, I have to say, it is the skin. I've been super self-conscious of my skin since breaking into 30s. The wrinkles kind of started, my skin tones run even. I started getting the dark spots. And I was wanting to go to dermatologist to have those things frozen off. I really wanted to get a bunch of Botox. I was wanting to get all the stuff that we're enticed to get. And I don't have to get it. Like, I don't feel compelled to get it anymore. Like, I feel like my skin is rejuvenated. I feel like even my cheekbones even got a little lift. Maybe it's in my head, but I feel like my face is really transformed, or it looks different. So I've saved a lot of, you would think supplements can get expensive.
Yeah.
But when you start pouring money into that kind of stuff, I'm like, I probably have saved a lot of money because I was ready to go spend thousands of dollars to have all of this stuff done just to feel pretty. And I don't feel like I have to wear makeup all the time to get the redness out of my face, So I think the skin changes just to feel pretty and feel girly and not have to wear the makeup and feel pretty in my own skin has been more boosting to my self-confidence than winning a race. I know that sounds funny, but that's more appealing to me from this product than anything I could do physical. So believe it or not.
I absolutely love it. I love your realness because it's true. At the end of the day, these people are sitting here going, what about me? What is it how could it help me? And there's really only one way to know, you guys.
Yeah.
Is to try it, is to start drinking it. You really have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The risk is extremely low. And you think about Botox and paralyzing muscles, and you think about surfacing your skin, and you're right. That costs a lot of money. This is a lower cost option. And I think a better option just based on the science and the health of this. So thank you for sharing tonight. You guys, here's the thing. We have the 28-day challenge. I believe that's your best way to, sorry, something popped up on my screen there. It is the best way to try everything. Otherwise, you may have been told about the 5-day trial. You guys, there's 5 little packs in here. You can get from the person who invited you. You can try 5 of them. Here's the thing, on night 3, they're going to be reaching out to you. Why? Because you don't want to run out of this stuff. I usually have Kristen talk about that because, oh my gosh, if you run out, what are you going to do? Because once you know how good you can sleep, once you know how that you're bending over and putting your socks on in the morning and you didn't have to make a grunting sound to do it, man, it's worth it. So here's the deal. You're more than welcome on Thursday night if you're interested in the opportunity and the business side of the ReNew system of growth. It's very simple. Okay. That is an opportunity because not very many people have heard the word ReNew before. Had you? Had someone told you about ReNew? No. So there is huge opportunity there. Every state in North America, every Canada, US, we're launching everywhere. You want to get your piece of the market. But over there on the left-hand side, you can see the men's ID for the Zoom. And of course, my friends have made sure, Anthony, thank you so much for your help always, put the link for the men. So if you're one of the guys, you can simply just go right there to that post, click on it, and it is going to exit you out and take you to the men. So thank you for joining us this evening. I hope you got what you were looking for. If you have any other questions, we can get the answers for you if we don't know them. Okay. So thanks for joining us tonight. And we are typically here on Thursdays. Stay tuned for the holiday schedule as we get here into the Christmas routine and New Year's. So thank you. We'll talk soon. Bye for now. This is recorded and you will be able to grab the recording. Okay. Have a great night, everyone.